long before most of you were even born, and I still make sure that nobody ever forgets me.
And remember me. Remember my name, Kiran Subbaiah. I happen to have become quite famous. Well, now that I'm dead, I have become immensely famous. I am a divine miracle. What distinguishes me from you the ordinary, what makes me special is a very simple thing.
Can somebody turn on these lights when the video is playing? Oh, it's here, okay, I'll do it.
If I showed you, well, you might as well not watch all this, but if I showed you you'd be surprised to see how easy it is. My suicide note. And as I was saying, if I showed you, you'd be surprised to see how easy it is to be just like me. And you immediately see that it's so much better than being like you. And you'll do it. You'll all do it. You give up whatever you are and be just like me. And you tell everybody you know, and they tell everybody else they know, until all the people in the world will know how to be just like Kiran Subbaiah. And that's exactly what they'll all do. You see, I'm not a fool to show you what distinguishes me from you.
So how is it that I became famous? How did other people before me become famous? Other people worked hard. They did good things. Things that were beneficial to society and mankind at large. The more beneficial the things they did were for the progress of human civilization, the more famous these people became. But I did no work, at least nothing good or beneficial to society. I only had this irresistible urge to do nasty things, destructive things. And people began calling what I did art. I began devising methods of making lots and lots of nasty, bad art. Like this. Yeah, I know it's terrible, but it gave me great pleasure doing it. It was not work at all. It was more like play. Child's play. Gave me a great sense of satisfaction, like as though I were the bad guy. I was the bad guy in the game who always won, and other people who played me always lost. Sorry, I just get carried away when I look at my own so-called art. I forget what exactly is it that I'm supposed to be talking about. Am I not supposed to be talking about my work, my art? I remember somebody wanted me to say something about why I use so much technology in my work to make art. As I've already explained, I don't really work or make art. I just like to do nasty things. I think there's no point even in talking about what technology I might employ to make my so-called art. I think it's better for me to talk about what technology I employ in real life. Not just what existing technology I might use to carry on with day-to-day life, but rather what technology I invent in order to become famous and get done with life. Right? Leonardo da Vinci did not manage to become that famous. He did make a few admirable, historically important works of art. I'm not denying that. But he could have become even more famous if he had succeeded in learning to fly. He could come up with a few crude concepts that vaguely suggested how that might be possible. But it was only some 4 centuries or so after, when other people stuck combustion engines in his contraptions and modified them considerably, that they actually managed to take off on the ground. But that was not what Da Vinci was after.